Hello there, welcome to the Web News with our pick of the stories making the online headlines. Coming up on today's show, Italians take to Twitter to poke fun at the Islamic State terror group. An online campaign seeking justice for Mexico's missing students. And a golfing duo pulling off some stunning trick shots. Islamic State militants have been inundating Twitter over the past few days, posting under the "We are coming, O Rome," and boasting they'll soon be conquering the Italian capital. The authorities are taking the threats very seriously indeed, but the public, well, they don't seem quite so alarmed. Italians have taken to social networks in their droves to respond to the terrorist organisation's warnings. Many of them are mocking the IS propaganda and have hijacked their "We are coming, O Rome" hashtag with posts and montages telling members of the jihadist group they will have difficulty actually getting into Rome, either because of the traffic jams or because of the public transport strikes that bring the city to a standstill on a regular basis. Others have had a bit of fun sharing tips and advice with the terrorists on the best places to visit in Rome or tourist traps to avoid. They also recommend that once they've taken control of the capital, the Islamic State militants should take some time out to enjoy some traditional Italian cuisine. The Italian response to the Islamic State threats has drawn praise from web users the world over, who say it's an excellent way of countering this type of propaganda campaign run by terrorists on social media. Campaigning continues in Mexico, with people demanding answers over the disappearance and alleged mass murder of 43 students from the southern town of Ayotzinapa, who went missing in September last year. The public rejects the Attorney General's explanation that they were killed by members of a drug cartel and accuse the police and the army of working in cahoots with criminal gangs. New online campaigns being launched seeking justice for the students. Twitter users have been posting under the 43 no son cenizas hashtag, which translates as 43 are not ashes. The aim is to counter the government line about what happened to the students, to keep the story in the public eye and continue to raise awareness. Many have also shared the names of the victims. Social networkers have also shown solidarity with the friends and families of the missing students by sharing photos with 43 written on their foreheads. The symbolic gesture was inspired by the traditional Ash Wednesday practice, very popular in Mexico, where Christians mark the beginning of Lent by marking their foreheads with ashes. The campaign's also urging Mexicans to take to the streets and join in en masse the regular street protests staged since September of last year. The demonstrators demanding justice and denouncing the inaction of the authorities. Rallies like this march in the capital, Mexico City, last month, which drew tens of thousands of people, determined to find out the truth behind the disappearance of the 43 students. Web users in Tanzania have been posting under the Stop Albino Killings hashtag, urging an end to the persecution of albinos within the country. Just last week, an albino baby was snatched from his home and found dead with his arms and legs chopped off. The body parts were used for witchcraft. Web users hope the campaigning will bring a halt to the violence and discrimination in Tanzania against people with albinism. And the Liwa Desert in the United Arab Emirates. Google Street View has added Greenland to its mapping service. So you can take a virtual wander around the country's coastline and admire the glaciers, fjords, glorious natural wonders and historical sites, thanks to panoramic shots captured from a boat and on hikes around the island. In this series, Nepalese photographer Anil Nupani has imagined what it would be like to be very, very small. So, with the help of some nifty image editing software, we see him interacting with everyday objects like a mushroom or a guitar neck, for example, as he goes about his everyday business in his tiny world. You can take a closer look at the A Small World collection of imaginative and highly realistic shots on the artist's website. In this video, we see brothers and golf enthusiasts George and Wesley Bryan pull off all manner of unlikely trick shots. You can watch this stunning display of technique and talent on the GoPro YouTube channel.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Going to the top deck.
Yes!
There she goes. They told us if we wanted to come out here and do trick shots, we needed to pick our own balls first, so that's what we're doing.
All right, this is our range picker shot.